From the top floor, tips from the top, alright, from the top floor.
Hello and welcome to Tips from the Top Floor. This is the video podcast. There's also an audio version that you usually get on Wednesdays. Now, the topic of how to hold your camera is really an interesting one, and this receives a lot of response. So, yeah, I think by now everyone knows how to hold the camera. Do it this way, do it this way. Jeremy wrote in and pointed me to the camera grips. Yes, there are so-called camera grips. You can attach them to the bottom of the camera. And what they do is they kind of duplicate the shutter button and this little wheel that you have up there to this side. So you can still hold the camera as you would with landscape photography and use it in portrait mode. It also adds additional battery compartment so you can shoot longer. Also adds weight to the camera, of course. Anyway, let's see what's on today's show. I wanted to talk to you about custom white balance. By the way, did you notice I have light? No, I'm still not equipped with video light. I still don't have anything specific for video, but what I'm using now is the modeling light of one of my studio strobes. It's kind of a 500 watt tungsten bulb in there. Gives it a nice warm color, and it's okay. And please stop complaining about the clutter in the background. It's not that bad, is it? Okay, custom white balance. Why do we need custom white balance? Well, the light, the color of light, and you see this kind of a warmish touch. This is because there's a tungsten light shining at me. Light has different colors. Overcast days have cooler colors. Tungsten light has a very warm color. Fluorescent light is probably into the really cold, cool tones, greenish, bluish. So your eyes are fairly good in ignoring that and in kind of adjusting your brain to not really notice that. But the camera is brutally honest. It just gives you the colors, and later on when you review the shots you will see that some of them are a bit off. Now there is something called custom white balance. A custom white balance, wait, step back, sorry, I'm too fast here. White balance, regular white balance, you have different white balance settings for sunlight, for shaded days, for cloudy, for tungsten, for fluorescent, for flash, which basically adjusts the processing inside the camera to take into account that there might be more yellow in the color, and then it just takes a bit out of the yellow and makes the image more neutral again. But what you can do, because those are preset settings and they are never really a perfect match. If you want that perfect match, most of the times you don't need that perfect match. A candlelight scene or a sunset, perfectly white balance to be neutral, that would kill the picture. So don't really believe in white balancing solves all your lighting problems. Some shots need an off white balance to give them the mood they need. Think of an underpass somewhere at night, and it's lit with neon lights and kind of a desolate shot. This would certainly need some coolness to it, something cold. So you can really help that with not perfectly white balancing it. But if we want perfect white balance, I can show you for a Canon camera. Nikon's work fairly similar, but what you do is, it's very simple. You either use a white sheet of paper or something with a neutral color. With neutral I mean white, gray, dark gray, light gray, all the tones of gray that basically mix red, green and blue at the same amounts. The other thing you can use is a gray card, and we'll get to that in a later episode with more detail how to use a gray card. Now what I do is I take a shot in this light. I take a shot of the gray card. Oops, that was a long one, but it doesn't matter. So can you see that? Here's this gray thing in the middle of the shot. Now if I go, I guess I'll have to show you. If I go to the menu, well, see the modeling light here? If I go to the menu, I have to look myself. custom white balance. There we are, custom white balance. It asks me to pick a shot. I use the shot. Now it tells me to switch the camera over to custom white balance. And I'm doing just that. Oh, this is getting a long show today. And if I now take a picture, it will be perfectly in balance. It will have an as neutral color as possible. With Nikons, you don't have to go through this procedure to choose a shot that you took previously, but it will just tell you to take a shot of a neutral target. And this way you will get perfect white balance if you need it. Okay, I think that was it for today. I hope you got something out of this show. Yeah, send your feedback. Keep it coming. I'm getting a lot of feedback from you guys. Keep it coming to info@tipsfromthetopfloor.com. Go check out the forum. Great community there. Leave a voicemail on the homepage at tipsfromthetopfloor.com. There's a little MyChingo applet where you can leave comments and voicemails. And yeah, that's really it for today. Happy shooting.
Tips from the top floor. Tips from the top, alright, from the top floor.
Photocastnetwork.com, your photography resource in the potosphere. Photocastnetwork.com